If every time we show up with care and kindness, we just end up getting hurt, are we supposed to keep doing it? We're taught from a very young age that we have to be a good person, right? And especially when you're a woman, you're expected to be gentle no matter the situation just because you're a woman. But in reality, what we often get in return is disappointment, mistreatment, or people taking advantage of us. If that happens repeatedly, we might end up wondering, is it worth it? Is it worth it to remain a good person if we don't receive the same? And clearly, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But at least for me, the answer is yes. Though not for the reasons you would probably expect and with certain limits. First of all, I don't fully agree with the concept of a good person, since we tend to associate it with someone who's never killed a fly. But in reality, let's be honest here, everyone has made a mistake at least once or hurt someone at least once. And that's okay. It's a normal part of life that teaches us a lot. Nobody's a saint. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna use that term here and there. Anyway, going back to the point. If you're familiar with my previous content by any chance, you most likely know I've dealt with pain caused by family, friends, and especially myself most of my short life, since I'm just 21. I had various reasons to give up years ago with everything, or to become someone completely different, but I didn't. I even have this channel now where I try to help others somehow. So, why? You'll see, when I generally began to improve my mental health, I decided I would become someone my younger self could have felt safe with. That's why I am this way. And I don't want others going alone through the same I went either. So that's why I make videos. Those two things together push me to be a bit caring and gentle instinctively, especially when I appreciate someone. The real question now is, am I met with the same? Honestly, that's a rare occurrence. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time, I find individuals who pretend to be nice for a moment and then change, or who have enough full energy, or who approach me because of my looks. Following that line, and as a parenthesis, I'm sure everybody has seen on social media this kind of performative good person who shows off their good deeds and who are nice just when you're in front of them and stuff like that in order to be liked, accepted. I don't know. But being kind-hearted shouldn't be with the purpose of getting anything in exchange in terms of a partner, friends, or fans, for example. I said this months ago, but only in a work environment it's okay to pretend to be a certain way, at least for me. Because money is a necessity, and more often than not, there's no other choice than pretend to like your job, your coworkers, or your clients. However, if we're talking about turning social media into your full-time job or attracting someone by faking a personality, then I suggest you rethink your decisions. Closing the parenthesis now, and as a woman who has trust issues and is trying to heal that, this cycle is really disappointing and stressful. Does all this change my perception? No, since I know there must be people out there who are the same as me. Also, I want to make my younger self proud by acting differently, and sometimes that alone can make a huge positive impact on someone else's life. I could end this video happily here, but I'm not a liar, and everything has an exception. Just like being a good person. Let's be clear with one thing. Kindness and respect are separate things. I believe we have to be respectful no matter what, but kindness is a decision, not an obligation. For example, let's say a friend is ignoring, minimizing, and making fun of your pain, but they expect your full unconditional support, care, and empathy when something happens to them. Should you drop everything and run to their rescue? No. you leave them alone with themselves. Your first priority should always be yourself. Because if you're in a good place, mentally, physically, and spiritually, if you believe in that, then you can give a ton to the world without being drained and left with nothing. In general, this is not a if you can't fight them, join them type of thing. You have to follow your values and treat others how you would like to be treated, but with a filter and boundaries to avoid getting destroyed. It's entirely about balance after all, and being kind and gentle until given a reason to remove that energy. If others can give you the same, that's their problem and they don't have a place in your life. Because everyone's worthy of as much as they give, which can be a lot or nothing. That's certainly hard to find, and I will not deny that being loyal to your values can make life more complicated, since the opportunities get reduced and finding people who actually align with you is tough. But that only shows that the ones you'll meet and the chances you'll get are generally worth your time, attention, and that alone makes it worth it to me every single time. So, without anything else to add, and a bit tired, not much, but a bit, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great week. Don't forget to subscribe, to leave a like, to leave a comment, telling me your thoughts, your feelings, and don't forget to follow me on social media too. I have Instagram and TikTok, but I don't use TikTok anymore. It's a decoration at this point, so go follow me on Instagram because I'm pretty active there and I'm kind of funny sometimes. So, yeah. Love y'all and bye bye. See you soon. If that